Hello and welcome to Garrett Farms. We're back with another episode of Deer Creek, and we're gonna be trying to do a little bit of lime spreading today. We have finally moved into September. I spent a little bit of time off camera cleaning up some equipment, cleaning up the yard. We got ourselves a pressure washer, got most of our equipment back up to the farm from all of our various jobs here. And yes, our ripper is still going there in the distance, chugging along like a champ. If we take a quick look at the map here, you can see we're getting there. We're almost done with this middle section here. We're, getting to the last single row passes here. So we're going to get this done sooner or later. We did finish the spraying contract up here on field 3. Looks like I've still got a course loaded, and it looks like we've got another harvest contract ready to go here on field 7. And so I think what we're going to do is go ahead and see if we can set Courseplay up here to do field 7. We've got multiple tools now in Courseplay, and we're very interested in trying that out. And then we're going to jump down here and see what we can do to spread a little bit of lime. We've got this Wilmer lime spreader converted from FS19 here, and I'm curious to see how far this is going to get us. This field is so big, I think it's not going to go very far, but there's not a lot of other great lime spreading equipment out there right now, so we're going to give it a shot. But first, let's go see about jumping into these harvesters. Conveniently, we left them parked in the neighbor's field here, so it's not going to take much to get started here. We're going to just head over here, I think, to the corner is going to be a good place to start, and it probably helps if we go in and actually take the contract there. Harvesting on field 7. Ooh, there's even a planting contract. We might have to check that out here at some point. He wants to plant barley, which I think we can do with our planter. We'll have to find out in a little while. But first things first, you can never have too much harvesting going on. I think what I'll do is start by opening up this corner here and just taking a little bit out. I wasn't sure I was harvesting there based on the ground texture. It's leaving a bit of stubble there, a little bit more stubble than I was anticipating here. So that's okay. I think this is probably the first time I've ever harvested, I believe this is sorghum here. And so I'm a little out of sorts here. I wasn't expecting that much stubble to be left, but I guess it makes sense based on the crop type that you're only taking off the top part. So let's go ahead and create this job. We've got Courseplay Fieldwork selected here, and I'm going to jump into the generator. I think our work widths and everything should be good to go. I'm going to set number of headlands down to 2 because we're going to try and use multiple tools and see how that works, which means we're going to take off a total of 4 headland passes, I think, which is probably more than we need, but that's all right. Maybe we'll go down to 1. We'll see how it works. This will be a total of 2 headland passes. I'm going to leave it on lands mode. 6 rows per land should be more than sufficient for this small field. It helps if we set our target location to be somewhere on the field, I think, before we do this, and hit generate. There we go. We've got a course. It's one land section because this is not that big of a field, which is all right. And yeah, I don't see any problems with this. So let's go ahead and see if I can figure this out. Lane offset left. So this guy's going to take the left position here to start out with, which makes sense to me. If I escape out of this, I can also now bring up the new mini HUD here, which is going to let me see these settings. I can click here and change left and right and change these settings here. I can start on nearest waypoint by default now. And so it's nice. I've got the HUD. It's movable now. We're going to leave it down here in the middle because that's what I'm used to, but I think we're going to go ahead and get this guy started. Courseplay has made quite a few improvements here since the previous version I was using just a week ago. They've been putting updates out every couple of days, which has been absolutely amazing. So I'll try to remember to drop a link to Courseplay down in the description. I know a lot of the people that watch the channel enjoy learning the little tidbits about Courseplay as we go along here. Since it's been changing so much every iteration here, I haven't done any tutorial videos on it just yet, but I will get going on that here at some point. Now, it looks like we probably should have started this guy off on the first waypoint because we're on the path. There's like two paths here, and he's trying to jump into the land section. So that's my bad. We're going to go ahead and back him all the way up here and do this right, I think. But we're going to get him started on the first waypoint just so that he goes all the way around the field here first, and then we'll get the other guy going. All right, and just like that, we've got both of these combines moving on this field on this harvest contract. If I jump over here into the lead combine, we're already at 13% just opening up this headland. So we are probably going to need something to unload these guys here at some point. I don't think I'm going to bring the grain cart out here, though. I think we can probably get away with just running the semi over here and dumping into it a couple times. So let's go grab that, get it brought up here to the field here. So we're up here at our field. It looks like things are still being opened up. And so I think we're just going to park it right over here on the side of the road by this driveway. And we'll come back over here at some point once these guys get a little bit closer to full. Let's get over to doing some lime spreading. Now, I did go ahead and upgrade our 8RX to the one that Sid uploaded to the mod hub here with these awesome attachable fertilizer tanks. So I can't wait to try that out during planting season. And we did, of course, have to get the upgrade to the 1775, which has the liquid fertilizer tank on it by JHHG Modding. So we're going to be dropping this thing off here and leaving it in the shed for now. But we're definitely going to be hitting some acres with the planter. But this is our only other tractor on the farm right now. So this is what we're going to leverage for doing the lime spreading. And we're going to see how this goes. I'm really nervous about this because I think the lime is going to be a significant hit to our yield if we don't bother doing it. But I'm not looking forward to having to make a bunch of trips up to the co-op here. So let's figure out where we're going to start this. If I look at the map here, it looks like we've still got a bit of plowing to do here on the north side of this field. So it probably makes sense to head down here and start on the far end of this field. Now, I know I'm going to want to use Courseplay for this. And so I'm kind of thinking about how best to go about setting this up. We're going to give it a try. I'm going to see what happens if I try to create two jobs on the same field at the same time. And so I'm going to take this target position. I'm going to set it right down here. And we're going to open the course generator up here. And I think we're just going to take the default settings to start out with and see what it looks like. It might be a little bit difficult to see overlaid with the other settings here. Oh, we forgot to set a headland. So I'm going to do 2 headland passes and regenerate this field. And of course, we've got a path that goes the opposite direction to what our plow is doing right now. But by the time we get 2 times around this field, I don't think it's going to matter. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump out here. And we're going to just get this thing going. I am going to start at the starting waypoint here, though. And let's see what happens. I'm a little bit nervous. Is this working with right? It is. Everything seems to be good to go. And how fast are we going to go here? We're going 12 miles an hour, but I think that might be because we're set down. I'm going to crank this up to 20 like I did on the other one, just to make sure we've got plenty of miles per hour available to us. There we go. 12 does appear to be our current working width, but we are burning through that lime rather quickly. We may turn on the automatic fill for our lime spreading here just to help us out a little bit, because otherwise we're going to be making a lot of trips up to the co-op, and that does not sound like a lot of fun. We've also got some interesting flickering going on with our dust cloud back here. Not sure what that's about. So I suppose while this guy gets started here, we'll jump back over and take a look at our harvesters. Looks like we've made it all the way around the field with 75% of the hopper full here. I think we're going to let this guy try to get to the end here right now. What I might do is jump over here and stop this second combine right here on the end. and get his pipe out, and we'll bring the semi over here to unload him real quick while we wait for the field to get opened up here. I'm really hoping that that lead combine doesn't get stuck halfway down the end here and get full. There we go. We're loading this thing up. It's not going to take too long. These X9s unload at a pretty decent rate. And so with this all emptied out, let's go ahead and get this started. We do have a last waypoint option here, so I think it's just going to pick up right where it left off, which is cool. We could have also used nearest waypoint if we needed to. You can see here we've got a convoy mode. So this is how far away from the other implement or the other vehicle here in the course we are, I believe. So we're good to go there. We're quite a bit behind. So let's jump over to combine number 1 and see how he's doing. We're at 92% and I'm not sure we're going to make it here to the end. We're going to watch and see. It's going to be a mighty close, though. We really probably should have emptied him while we were down on that other headland, but that's all right. We'll see how this goes. 94, 95% coming up here. Oh, goodness. Oh, he's going to try and stop. I don't think so. We're going to turn off the worker, and I am going to attempt to tackle the last few feet here on my own rather than allowing him to cut in. We may end up with a little bit of row of shame here at some point if I don't keep on this line perfectly. That's all right. It is a contract and we can always come back and clean it up if we need to because we're so close to the end, so close. Oh, there we go. 99%. Look at that. So let's just take this down here to the end. We'll empty ourselves out and get back up here. I'm kind of curious if that guy stopped and waiting for me because he's the lead and that other combine is going to wait till I'm back on the course. I'm not sure. But rather than drive the combine all the way down here, I think we're going to run the semi up to the other end of the field here. It'll be just a smidge faster. And just like that, we are loading up this truck again. I'm really curious to see if our other combine starts back up here as soon as I start this one. It does look like AI Worker E has stopped, which I believe is our lime spreader. So as soon as we get this emptied out, I'm going to be curious to go over there and see how far he got. This sorghum's yielding a little bit more than what I was expecting. I'm curious to kind of see what the numbers are on sorghum compared to something like wheat. It looks like this is probably more volume, and so I don't know, it's a new crop for me, so I'm excited to be diving into it. And I believe we should be turning right back into this row we came up because we were using lands mode. So let's go ahead and start heading down this way. Nearest waypoint, I'm not sure why he's stopping. I'm going to let this guy turn into the row. If that guy doesn't start moving as soon as he's turned into the row, I think I'm going to stop this guy and restart him. I'm kind of expecting that guy to start up here, so I don't know what's going on. Let me just stop this guy. Instead of starting him here, I think I'm going to push him back over onto this side and start him up and see if this is going to resolve the weirdness we're having with lands mode right now, or multi-tool mode, I guess I should say. Like, this guy should be the lead combine here. This guy should be the secondary combine here. I really wouldn't expect that lead combine to be stopped right now, so I'm not sure. We'll let this guy go. We'll see if they catch up with each other and what happens here. In the meantime, we didn't quite make it all the way around. I guess we are kind of right up by the co-op here, though, so I can go ahead and refill this manually. I think as we get into the field proper, we're going to be just buying stuff. Holy buckets, look at all the deer in front of me. I think we're going to set the worker up to buy the lime in the bulk of this field, but we can save ourselves a little bit of money for the moment and just do it ourselves. Looks like it's about 1,600 bucks a fill if we get it here ourselves. So I'll be curious to see how much the lime starts costing us if we use the hired worker to buy it for us, but either way, knowing that we got one whole headland pass for $1,600, or not even a headland pass, we'll probably get a headland pass for 2 setups here. I'm a little bit scared about how much money this field's going to cost us to get ready and inputs here, but that's farming, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and let this guy resume at the last waypoint, see how well that works for us. I think it should work out just fine. There we go. We're off to the races. If we jump back over here, it looks like as the combine behind us caught up, the lead combine decided to get his acting gear and start moving. So I guess the new multi-tool mode is designed to try and keep both combines together, and that's kind of cool. I'll have to look into that a little bit more and see how it works, because he's definitely slowing down right now, kind of waiting for the guy behind him to get moving, and then they're both gonna take off here, it looks like. So that's really cool. I like that, because now when I'm unloading, they're both kind of together. I'm not all over the field all the time. This is really cool. This is something different from how it worked in the past. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more, because if that's how that works, I'm really impressed. Courseplay gets better and better with each iteration, and I really enjoy that they're not just trying to duplicate what they've had in the past each game, but they take a chance to try and implement some different things, do some new things, and this is looking pretty slick. So with that, I think we're going to wrap up today's episode. We've probably run a little bit long. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button. It helps me out immensely. That's all for today. Keddirk out. However, it looks like lane offset. Never mind. All right. I think, oh, we're catching the fence post. You know, Courseplay, sometimes you could cut me a little bit of slack. You're good and stuck, that's for sure.